Hey, hello, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we will focus on centering elements in CSS. I will show you 9 ways, some of these are better, some of these are worse, 9 ways to center elements in CSS. What we got here is some HTML with 9 sections. As you can see, in each section we've got a div, and inside the div we got a picture that we will center. All the centering will happen in our CSS file. I've got some default style here, don't mind it. I will not focus on that. Our first method. Oh, by the way, I will show you guys 9 methods, but the first few will be not so commonly used, so you shouldn't learn it by heart, It's just good to know every method that is used that you can find. The first method is centering horizontally inline elements. As you know, or you don't know, images are inline elements. So to do it, you just need to refer to our section, and our section has as you can see, the ID of S1. We refer to S1, then to our div, and let's say, for example, we will start with img. We will use a property called text align center. What do you think would happen? Let's save it here, and nothing really happens. Why? This is why we refer to image, and we cannot refer to an image because the image, as we can see, is 200 by 200 pixels, so it is centering inside itself. We need to center it inside the parent element, and the parent in this case is a div. So we remove img, we save it, and now it is centered horizontally. But what if we had block element, right? So let's move to another example. We've got a nice granny here, and now we do similar thing. We refer to S2, section 2, to our div, and now we want to make our image a block element. So we do it by saying display block. We save it. Nothing really happens now because it's not a visual property. And one of the ways to center block element, is to use margin. We say margin 0 and auto. Refresh, and it's in the middle, in the center, I should say. What it is? 0. 0 stands for top and bottom, and auto stands for left and right. The first index is top and bottom, the second one is right and left. What the program reads is something like this. So this is top, the auto is right, another 0 is bottom, and the left is auto. What if we wanted to change, for example, the right side to, for example, 50 pixels? What would happen? Well, the picture will go all the way to the right, so it has 50 pixels. It is 50 pixels away from the right border, and now as I resize the window, you can see that the auto, that is right here, is added to the left side of the picture. As I resize it, it sticks to the right side for 50 pixels. So we got that. Let's move to another example. We've got some text here. And how do we deal with text? Well, we can use line height. But first of all, we need to know what the height of our parent is. So we will go to CSS, and as we can see, the height of our section is 600. We can just check if this is right by using our inspector, and yep, this is 600 pixels. Okay, So we go back to our centering code and we refer to our hash section 3. We say our div, and now we've got here a paragraph. As you can see, a paragraph is a block element. It takes the whole width of a parent. So we say p, which is our paragraph, as you can see in our HTML file. It's right here. And what we do is use the same thing, text align. I will just copy that. What happens now? It is centered in the middle. Okay, but what if we wanted to actually center in the very middle of our div? This is where line height comes in. So we say line height and we set it to 600 pixels, the same height that our parent has. So we refresh it and look, it's in the very middle. As I check the height of our text, it is exactly 600 pixels. It is as high as our parent. Okay, so now we're going to another example, inline block. And this inline block method is something that I do not recommend, to be honest, because it looks ugly. It is ugly. It's not used, but it's just good to know that something like this exists. Okay, hash section 4 div, and we just, first of all, we do the same thing, text align center. What we do next, we add a special element before our parent. I'm not gonna go into very details of it. I just want to show you that something like this exists. S4 div pseudo element before, not 2 but 1. Now to use it, we need to use content, set it to empty content. Let's use it like this. Now we display it as an inline block. We set the height of our parent to 100%, and we can use vertical align middle. What happens now? As I refresh, the cow moved, but it's not in the very middle. Okay, what we need to do now is to refer to our image. S4 div img. We say display also inline block and vertical align middle, so it will be centered vertically middle. We refresh. I don't know why the page is going up, but look, our cow is in the very middle. Lovely. Okay, now we will go to the method called position absolute. Let's go lower. Hash s section 5. We refer to our parent and our image. Let's say position absolute. Let's set it from the top 50%, right from the left, not that, left 50%. What would happen now? As I refresh, we got a cow. Holy cow, like this one. Where is our picture? Well, if we go up, all the way up, you can see that our picture is in the middle of the window, of the top of the window. Why is that? Because position absolute refers to the window. If we wanted to refer to our parent element, which is div in this example, we need to first set S5 our parent to position relative. As I refresh it, you can see that it is in the middle, let's say. Okay, but we need to now move it to the very middle, right? What we do, we can set a margin. And to do it, we need to know the position. We need to know the size, of our picture. It is 200 by 200 pixels, right? So we can say from the top, we want to move it 100 pixels to the top. From the right, 0, 0. And from the left, we want to move it 100 pixels to the left. Let's refresh it. And now it is centered. However, nothing. Okay. Let's go to another one. Calc function. You can use function in CSS, and that's pretty epic. I don't know. Okay. Right here, what we do similar thing to what we did with position absolute. First, we need to make our parent div position at relative, and then we refer our image to our parent. But now we do not use top and left 50%, but we will just calculate our position. So we say top, it is calc, which is a function. We say 50% minus the height of our picture, that is 200 pixels, divided by 2. And as I refresh, crap, nothing happens. Why? That is a good question. Nothing happens because we didn't close our bracket. Let's save it. Still nothing happens. Why? Because we set 5 instead of 6. Okay, last try. Save it. Chicken is centered vertically. Now we need to do similar thing with the left. Calculate. Bam. Save it. And we get a chicken in the middle. Cool. And it is still centered as I move the window, as I resize the window. Now, transform. This is the best and the most efficient way. Learn it by heart. Tattoo it on yourself. I don't know. Use it. Just use it. This is the best thing, the best way to center elements in CSS. Another example, I will just copy all of this, paste it in, change it to 7, section 7. We've got our position relative as a parent, position absolute, and we just remove these lines. We set top 50%, bottom 50%. And as you remember, it will not be in the very middle, right? The left top corner is in the middle. If we want to move it, we can use so-called transform function. I don't know if it's function, but this transform gives you several options. You can move it, like kick it, you can scale it, you can make it bigger, smaller, you can move it in a X, Y, or Z direction, but we will use the simple translate method that can take two parameters. First is for X-axis and the second one is for Y-axis. So we set it to minus 50% horizontally and minus 50% vertically. As I save it, bang, bonk, it's in the middle. Now, Example number 8. Centering using flex. To do it, we refer naturally to our hash s8 section, right, and to our parent. We display flex, and what we do not refer to the image itself. We refer to the parent, and we say the parent that all of the elements inside should behave like we want to. And we want it to behave how? Align items which are children of this parent to center. As I refresh it, you should see that the beautiful baby, just like a chicken, is now centered vertically, and now justify content to center it horizontally. Center. Refresh. Save. Boom. Beautiful. Beautiful. Last one. What if we want to use flex, but not to the whole parent, but to one children, like this little child, you know? We do similar thing. I will just copy that, change it to 9, and remove that. We leave flex to our parent, but what we do next is let's just make some space. Section 9, div, and we refer to our child, our image. What we do not align items, we want it to align itself. So you just simply type align self, center, right? Boom, refresh. This is so annoying. And same thing, centered vertically. What we can do is just simply set the margin to 0 and auto. 0 stands for top and bottom, auto stands for left and right. So that's it, guys. Pretty much all of these methods that I show you, I believe that there are way more methods to center elements. These are the most common. I hope that you found it useful. I appreciate the feedback. Let me know what you want to know in the next videos. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye.